Okay, so the long simmering shadow war between Iran and Israel, it has just exploded right out into the open. In this explainer, we're going to break down the key moments of this incredibly dangerous escalation, from the very first strikes to the massive intervention that completely changed the game. Let's dive in. This statement right here from Iran's Revolutionary Guard, it just sets a terrifying new tone. This is a direct message saying, you know what? The old rules are gone. This is no longer some contained regional skirmish. It's a flat-out declaration that the entire board is now in play. So how did this all kick off? Well, the conflict ignited with a really bold, unprecedented move from Tehran, launching what's being called its ballistic revenge. Now, Iran didn't just fire off some missiles. They aimed them right at the very heart of Israel. And the targets here are so symbolic, so strategic. Ben Gurion Airport is Israel's front door to the world, and that nearby Air Force base is a critical military hub. This whole thing was designed to be a massive shock to the system. And the weapon they used? That's key. We're not talking about a small-scale rocket here. The Khorramshahr 4 is a serious piece of military hardware. I mean, look at it. It's a 13-meter-long, 20-ton ballistic missile. Understanding the tool they used is absolutely crucial to understanding the intent behind the strike. And to really get a sense of what this thing can do, check this out. It has a 2,000-kilometer range. That means it can hit targets way beyond its immediate neighbors. And when you pair that range with a 1-ton high-explosive warhead, well, you've got a serious capacity to inflict damage from a very long way away. As you'd expect, a move like that did not go unanswered. Israel launched a massive, wide-ranging retaliation. And when I say hard, I mean hard. Israel's response was not just a simple tit-for-tat strike. Oh no. The target list was extensive and deeply strategic. They hit military infrastructure in Tehran, IRGC headquarters, and even went after proxy targets like Hezbollah in Beirut. They also hit sites linked to Iran's nuclear and weapons programs. This was a comprehensive, full-spectrum counteroffensive. And if you want a number to put that response into perspective, here it is. The Israeli military claims to have neutralized around 300 Iranian defense systems and missiles. So the goal here wasn't just to strike back. It was to seriously degrade Iran's ability to strike again. But beyond this big military chess match, there's the human reality. The source material we're looking at paints this incredibly vivid picture of the sheer panic and chaos that just gripped the civilian population as all of this unfolded overnight. Just try to imagine this. Look at this timeline. 3 separate alerts covering huge parts of the country, from Tel Aviv to the northern communities, all in less than 2 hours. You can just feel the widespread panic as people rushed to bomb shelters in the middle of the night with absolutely no idea what was coming next. And yet, amid all of that chaos, we have this absolutely stunning fact. Israel's emergency services reported 0 casualties from these specific Iranian missile attacks. Now, that suggests an incredibly active and effective defensive shield was at work, intercepting threats even as those sirens were blaring across the country. But this wasn't just a back and forth between 2 nations. A new, powerful player entered the fray. The United States launched something called Operation Epic Fury, an intervention that would fundamentally change the rules of this conflict. This quote, attributed to the U.S. Defense Secretary, is, well, it's incredibly blunt. There's 0 diplomatic ambiguity here. That language, they are toast. It signals absolute confidence and a crystal clear intention to dismantle Iranian military capabilities. This is a message of nothing less than overwhelming force. So this right here is crucial to understanding the strategy itself. The U.S. isn't trying to claim some moral high ground through restraint. It's openly stating the goal is asymmetrical warfare. The source makes it clear the plan is to use overwhelming power to ensure a swift, decisive outcome without giving the other side a chance to even recover. And if there was any doubt left, this final quote just lays bare the new rules of engagement. It is direct, it is personal, and it is lethal. It removes any and all doubt about the objectives of Operation Epic Fury, to hunt down and eliminate specific threats. So this U.S.-led operation is being framed as way more than just an intervention. It's an attempt to completely redefine the rules and the reality of this war. This comparison from the source material is fascinating, and it really puts the operation in historical context. Epic Fury is described as having twice the air power of the famous shock and awe campaign in Iraq. But look at the crucial differences in the goals. There's no aim of nation building. It's a strategy of pure military impact with what are described as bold and, frankly, unshackled rules of engagement. Ultimately, it all boils down to this one core message coming from U.S. officials and the source material. It's a declaration of total control over the conflict's tempo, its targets, and its trajectory. The assertion is that they are now dictating the entire flow of events. And that brings us to a final, really critical question. Based on everything we've just seen, when one side claims total control and completely refuses a fair fight, what does victory even look like anymore? The stated goal isn't just to win, but to dictate the reality of the war itself. And that's a question that redefines the